Hello everyone, my name is Alex and you're watching the Great Geek Podcast. We all have one game or multiple games that we play over and over, replay value. But what exactly gives a game replay value? Sometimes people think that in order for a game to have replay value, it has to be good. But surprisingly enough, that's not always the case. Some games, whether they're mediocre, good, or bad, a lot of them can still have replay value. Some examples like Fortnite, Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Overwatch 2. Those games are able to go online and you can play against other players or with other players, and whether they're good or not, that actually gives a game replay value. Now, I would say Fortnite is the best out of the four I just listed. I haven't played Mortal Kombat in a while, so I can't really list that. I haven't played Mortal Kombat since Mortal Kombat X. Fortnite does have a good amount of replay value before, but now, to me, it's just weird. Fortnite used to have lots of fun game modes created by Epic. For example, when there was a new movie coming out, they had different game modes. For example, when Marvel released Infinity Wars and Endgame, there were these fun Marvel game modes where you were playing as Avengers or as Thanos or as Thanos' minions. And that was fun. Now, Fortnite nowadays, Epic doesn't make game modes anymore, really. They add items to the regular Battle Royale, but now they gave the players the creative ability to make their own game modes. Sometimes death run, gun games. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Call of Duty did have a lot of great replay value before. The multiplayer, the zombies, like Black Ops 2 and 3, they had the best zombies I've ever seen. But I haven't bought a new Call of Duty since World War II because I just feel like there's nothing new and the game just gets worse and worse. Modern Warfare 3 was just released not that long ago, and the zombies, it's bad. Compared to Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, those two games had masterpiece of zombies, except Black Ops 2 with Transit. I've seen videos of Modern Warfare 3 zombies, and it just feels like Call of Duty's version of Dead Rising. It does not feel like a traditional Call of Duty zombies. Another big reason some games have replay value is because speedrunning. I used to be a speedrunner myself, and whether or not the game is good or bad, it could have replay value for speedrunning purposes. For example, Sonic 06, one of the worst Sonic games of all time, and yet people still speedrun it. Not because they like it or anything, but sometimes they play it to get a personal best or trying to get the world record. And that's understandable. Some other games include the Mario games like Super Mario Bros, Super Mario 64. I used to speedrun those two. Some other games people speedrun is Zelda games like Breath of the Wild. Any percentage, you go either to Divine Beast and then Ganon, or just go straight to Ganon after you get the paraglider. In fact, when Breath of the Wild first came out, one big thing I saw was people speedrunning all the way straight to Ganon after getting the paraglider. Some other games include Minecraft, speedrun to the Ender Dragon, or Terraria, where you either speedrun to defeat a certain boss or just to finish the game. I actually used to speedrun Terraria myself, doing bosses on first nights, inspired by one of my favorite Terraria content creators, that is. The biggest reason I would say that some games have replay value is because of different ways to play the game, different challenges. A lot of times RPGs such as Pokemon, where you can do Nuzlocke or play as certain Pokemon depending on the type you want to play as, or the certain Pokemon that you want to try to solo through the whole game. Or Persona, where you can play as different personas, or you go different endings because Persona has multiple ending routes, which is actually quite fun, and I thought I was not going to have a fun time with that. For me, I replayed Persona 4 Golden, doing Izanagi only, and that was one of the best Persona experiences I've ever had, and I really liked Persona 5 Royal. Another way people replay games more than once is through randomizers, like Zelda, where chests give you different items, and Pokemon, where different routes where you expect a certain Pokemon, it's completely random. So you could get a legendary in a certain route, or that legendary you're encountering in a certain part of the game, it could be one of the weakest Pokemon ever. On the topic of games with multiple endings, a big one I want to mention, which my friend Nick, host of the Nerdiest Podcast, has played, is Doki Doki Literature Club. That game has multiple endings, and he actually really likes that game, and it's in his top 5. One of the biggest ones that I feel like I should mention is updates. Updates play a huge role for a game to have replay value. Sometimes they're good updates, sometimes they are bad updates. The one I feel like has some of the best updates is Terraria. I played Terraria for years. I put in over 2,000 hours into that game. And the game has had like 0 bad updates throughout my time playing it. Now, sometimes I wish I could go back and play previous updates just to see what it was like for people who did play it that early, or just to feel nostalgic, because I did play some of those updates even when I was bad at the game. Minecraft is a game where I have mixed feelings about the updates. Sometimes the updates are good, sometimes the updates are bad, but for Minecraft it's a love and hate type of situation. Some people love it, some people hate it. But the one I'm pretty sure a lot of us can agree on is Fortnite. Fortnite has some of the most ridiculous updates known to man. One of the biggest ones I want to mention is Overwatch 2. Overwatch was a really nice game, actually. One of the biggest ones I want to mention is Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is nothing but a terrible update to the original Overwatch. Overwatch was a really nice game, but Overwatch 2, it's trash. And I'm glad it's free, and I did not spend a single buck on it. We were promised PvE. That never got released after years of waiting. The game just gets worse and worse. And I know a majority of Overwatch 2 players can agree with me on this. They just play because they don't have anything else to play, really. But there you have it. My list of reasons on what gives a game replay value. If there are any reasons I didn't mention that you feel like gives a game replay value, put it down in the comments below. And mention a game that I didn't mention that you've replayed multiple times because of good replay value. And if you agree with me on some of the lists or all of the lists, then please drop a like. And if you're new and you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. And with that, I will see you all on the next one. GG, everyone.